you think ChatGPT will take people's job?
I don't expect that, especially from Kenyans. We are literally the guys who need ChatGPT, who trained it.
Yeah.
So I do not think we look for shortcuts.
So today's topic is actually AI.
How do we evolve with times?
In the next, say, 5 years, it will not be a choice. It is you will have had to adapt.
Has the AI leveled the playing field that a small business can compete with a big brand?
I think it has to a degree. That money that you want to pay, don't do it there. Use it for tools, pay for your GPTs and things like that. And I was trying to convince the I don't want to say the kids because they might take it wrong. But there's
What were Juja boys?
Juja boys. Remember that joke? The graduation is like a circumcision ceremony. It's just boys.
That's a graduation in the 90s, not in the 21st century.
This is an alumnus of Juja boys.
Welcome to yet another edition of Successful Fuck-Ups. Today we have a very interesting topic. But before we even get into the topic, as you can see, we're still at Workstyle. Back to our address space. It's a really beautiful space. As you've been seeing, great working conditions, great environment. Even when you come here, great clients and great fellow tenants. But the key thing is, yes, we've been at the address. We've been at the One Park Avenue, but very soon you'll start seeing us in a new space. So there's a new space coming up at the Mandrake around Westlands. It'll be the same ambience, same beauty, same vibe. It'll be really interesting. So just be on the lookout for that. So back to the topic of the day. It's a very interesting topic. Some people are fearful. Some people are very excited about it. It's a 2-letter acronym or abbreviation. I'm not sure mwalimu English atatuambia. But it's a very... what will you call it? Divisive kind of thing. Yeah. And that's what we really want to discuss today. And we'll discuss it from different lenses. So fuck-ups from a personal point of view, from a country point of view, from a continental point of view. And is it a fuck-up or not? So today's topic is actually AI. And
AI. Artificial intelligence.
Yes, so
Hello.
just to...
Hello. Kumina na supu.
No, this episode might go to our guest's hometown. So let's just clarify. AI is not artificial insemination, at least as far as this episode is.
Na leo kama ni
Yeah, so AI in terms of artificial intelligence.
Unaongelesha watu akatondo.
So today we are graced with the presence of Nyandia Gachago.
Yeah, and I think to have this conversation about AI and artificial intelligence, there's no better guest to have than
Thank you so
Highness
much. Thank you. Asante.
So I think it will be a very interesting conversation, and we are going to debunk everything AI.
Yes,
because more often than not, and we can start people when you talk about AI, it's a huge, complicated topic, and confusion. And most people, when they think about AI, the first thing that come to mind is ChatGPT. And that's not the only AI that is there. So I think that's some of the things that people should start looking out for. Because we are going to talk about it a lot in this episode.
Yeah. So before we even get to the fancy stuff. Why do you think the first reaction for at least most people when it comes to AI is fear? Why do you think people are so fearful?
The one conversation everybody has is, will it take my job? Honestly, I think that's the perspective.
That's the biggest fear.
That is it. Yeah, that is it. Will it take my job? Which is very odd. I don't expect that, especially from Kenyans, because we're very advanced in how we've used technology, in how educated we are. We have, I think, among the highest penetration rates of education. So we are we have high literacy rates. So
actually,
truly,
it's 86% literacy level.
South Africa is 50. You can imagine. So we really are a very educated bunch. So if anything, we are the people who actually should not be fearful at all, because we've never been stuck in the times. We are guys who always innovate, we embrace, we take it on, and we just get going. So it should not really be that. But that is the fear. It will take my job. And
and
Sam.
And that's very interesting. Recently, you wrote an article about, there's an article actually that was written that Kenya is about like the top country that uses ChatGPT. For instance. So for you, do you think it's because we are early adopters in terms of technology? or we are what a shortcut. We want the easiest way out.
Actually,
Oh my gosh.
There's someone who asked on Twitter, is it because Kenyans are lazy? Or is it
God.
because they're innovative?
Exactly, yeah.
And
So which is which?
If there's an article I think everybody should read, there's an article written by Marcus Solang where he says, and it's facts, ChatGPT, no, I don't write like ChatGPT. ChatGPT writes like me.
Yeah.
Because ChatGPT was trained in
Like
Kenya.
Yes,
So everything that we write, M dashes, everybody is so preoccupied on the minor details. Yet in reality, we always used to use semicolons, we used to use dashes, we used to use all these things. So now does it mean you will stop? Because all of a sudden everybody thinks it's an indicator of AI. As long as you're Kenyan, there's a very high chance that anything that you're going to put out there will have a detection of AI. Because it's I mean, we are literally the guys who need ChatGPT who trained it. So I do not think we look for shortcuts. I think we are quite a smart bunch. Anything that we can automate, we tend to automate very quick because we have other things to do. We have other things to do. Yeah, so tumalize tu hii story tuende. Kani assignment tumalize assignment tuende to what matters. So I think we're very early adopters. We are also guys who necessarily don't look much. We just jump, which is both rewarding and very scary.
Okay.
But more often than not, it's very rewarding. We're guys who we love new things and we love trying out things that can make us and help us be better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of the question, I think Alon asked before, do you think ChatGPT will take people's job? Because that's the highest on
AI.
And AI in general. Because we'll also talk much about that. Do you think AI in general will take people's job or replace human? What is your take on that?
In terms of replacing human, I don't think so. I think culture encompasses who we are as people, especially as Africans. We are very cultural. We like where we come from. We like who we are as people. I think that is not something that is easily mimicked. I do think, I no longer answer that someone who does AI will take your job. Someone using AI, I don't think that. I do think that there is instances where certain jobs can be automated.
Yeah.
Yes. However, GPT or AI in whole has also created hundreds, if not thousands, of new jobs that people can uptake. So I feel like it's a trade-off. So you take this, I take this. So kuna zile. Okay. There are some that I've seen are very easy to automate and to give to artificial intelligence to work on.
We will get to that.
Yeah.
I think I agree with that because when we discovered, when cars were invented, people thought that cars will replace horses.
Yes, and I'm sure there was a fear
There
about
was a
it.
fear about it.
Yeah.
But then, on the flip side, we created job for mechanics, people who do a lot of things.
Drivers,
and we found new responsibility for horses. And I want to really see how we can educate our audiences.
Yeah.
The single line of thought.
Yeah.
How can people prepare for this? Because
Yeah.
I know AI and GPT has created a lot of new jobs. For example, from prompt engineering was not there, and all those things.
Yeah.
And how do we evolve with times and like the people, how do we evolve? Because someone told me that. The reason why we have roundabout is because the roundabout were made for horses.
Yeah, they are.
Kwa sababu unajua gari horse lazima izunguke hivi, and sometimes they create more problem than they solve. So as people, do we create the obstacles for ourselves, and how do we adapt? How do we go with times and use AI for our benefit?
Yeah. So you see, like the way there was the agrarian revolution,
industrial.
There's an industrial revolution. We're just in a revolution right now. So adapting will happen whether you onboard it or not. It's one of those things that, when the time comes, you have to, or it will force you to adapt.
Yeah.
So we're in that sort of spot where we're actually being given the choice to adapt or not. But in the next, say, 5 years, it will not be a choice. Yeah. It is you will have had to adapt, right? Because systems will now be using AI. Most countries, European countries, you will see that they have employed some adoption of AI in a higher rate than others. Same to some African countries like Egypt, a bit of Ghana in education, Rwanda in education, and so on and so forth. So I do think it's not even a question of how do we adapt. It's the fact that you have to. So the best thing you can do now is do it as yourself without being forced to. But it's going to happen. Every tool needs a tool master. So that is the same thing that happened in the Industrial Revolution, in the Agrarian Revolution. Every tool has a tool master. The best thing you can do for yourself is master one of the tools. Now be a master of one of the tools of AI. So you're not going to, for sure, have to deal with end-to-end, you know, lots of automation, lots of AI tools. But I do think the best thing you can do for yourself right now is be a master of a couple of those AI tools. That is the only way that you will be able to go into the next phase of human evolution while you've positioned yourself in a smart place.
Okay, interesting. But Nyandia, there are a lot of tools, a lot of information overflow. We have a lot of AI, we have a lot of large language models.
So many.
Do I need, and for our audience, do we need to know all of them? Or like you said, they need to be a tooling master, and it's a very interesting concept.
Yeah.
How do I know, or how do I need to know all of them, or how do I become good at something? How do I know, or how do I identify the one that I'm going, the one that I can choose?
First of all, the easiest way that I always find easy for me, especially to like figure out what's new, what's coming up, and so on, is if you're a user of GPT. I pay for GPT, but I'm not heavily on GPT. I use Claude, Gemini. I use the other tools, Grok, mostly because they're a little bit better and they rate higher on the AI index.
Okay.
If anything, on the AI index, even in terms of who gives you the most correct information, GPT is not very high in the AI index. It's neither here nor there, especially the free one, because it was found that the sources it learns from is social media, Wikipedia. So it's basically humans who have put that information out there, not necessarily like, you know, those in-depth researchers. So I always tell guys, first of all, test out a couple of tools. Like if it's a chat AI like GPT, test out to try Gemini and maybe, you know, GPT, or if you're on Twitter, test out Grok and, you know, see what works for you. Then in your GPT, actually, you can give it a prompt to every morning send you an email on the new tools in regards to your work. Then it will just be giving you an update, even a weekly update, and tell you, by the way, this week in China, they launched this, Nani, they launched this and this. Then that way you're able to see maybe what's happening. If anything interests you, pick it. One of the easiest, most seamless ways I think people can adopt is embrace the AI that is in your current work. So whatever you do, if you're in engineering, for example, and there's an AI tool set for whatever it is you do, just, you know, adopt from that point of view. If you're in writing, the same thing. If you're in IT, the same thing. That way the adoption is much easier. It's less painful. Then you can now keep testing out with 1, 2, 3 things here. I always say this. One of the smartest things I think that has happened is Google having an AI stack of tools. Then that way you're able to play around with like so many tools, but in one set. So you have, for example, Gemini, you have Imagen for images, you have VO for videos, you have the coding one, you have Google Meet that translates into languages in a live meeting. So then you don't need to do you have too many tabs open, but that is one good test point.
Like an ecosystem.
It's a perfect ecosystem that enables you to test out and figure out what really you might like and what really is easy for yourself.
Interesting.
Okay. So AI from a point of view of big corporates and big companies makes a lot of sense. How does it make sense for someone with this small business? Other than the, let's say the chat GPTs, how else can I benefit from this revolution you're talking about?
And even first, before we dive deeper, let's debug AI. Because most people use AI and ChatGPT like synonyms. Okay, it's like one and the same thing. Umetumia GPT, even if you're using DeepSeek and all that, or Manus, there are so many, but people don't really understand artificial.
That's good you've mentioned Manus. It's insane. That is, I think, easily one of the most advanced AI out there. Most people don't play enough with it.
So how would you what is, first of all, what is AI? And is ChatGPT AI the only AI? So that let's demystify this myth.
Okay. So artificial intelligence is when machines mimic human intelligence and human human behavior. So technically, it's literally everything you know, but just amped to like the nth degree. It's really amazing. Now, when it comes to AI, the bottom line is that it has like 3 classifications of how it learns. So you have natural language processing, you have machine learning, and then you have neural networks. Neural networks is more of the advanced ones. But essentially, AI has been there for tens of years, many years. It's been there for decades. It's just that now it was introduced to a way everybody interacts with it easily.
Yeah.
But technically, in reality, as long as you've interacted with a laptop, you've interacted with a phone, you've always had artificial intelligence. When you talk to Siri and she's able to pull up things for you,
Alexa,
it's artificial intelligence. As long as you've been able to schedule things, it is artificial intelligence. So it's just that now we have, what do you call them? You have things like GPT, which are, chatbots.
It's more conversational.
Yes, you have a chatbot AI that is literally like you're having a conversation with it. So that's just the difference. So you'll have conversational ones, which are bots. You have the ones that are generative, which are more of images, videos, all those sorts of things. So it's literally just a classification of what it is. But GPT is like a, text tool. So that's why it's become that much common.
Okay.
Yeah. So that, at least that helps guys now.
Yes, understand. Yes.
Yeah.
Now back to Alon's question. Now that we know, for context, you can.
So how is it relevant to like a small business?
Oh, small businesses. So we're in the era of, we're in a very digital era, right? So right now, since COVID, when COVID hit and like 2 years after COVID, digitalization of businesses was a must if you are going to survive, especially when everything was shut down, right? Yeah. It's the era that you've also seen guys had to change their business models. You saw guys like Art Cafe who now ventured into Art Cafe market so that they could survive. So you have guys who had to somehow figure that out and move with the times, or at least innovate so that they remain relevant and make money. Because at the basis of it all, we're just trying to make a coin here and there. Now, if you are a small business, there's a faction of your business that has to be online. There's a faction of it. I understand Africa is our business. We are more conversational. We like that human touch. That is why even if Siri talks, that's why everybody's mad at Siri, because no longer are you getting that, that Zuri, this is called Zuri, yes, Zuri. That's why guys are mad at Zuri, because at the end of it, you still want to talk to a person. It's an African thing that we have, that we like being spoken to. We feel like that is special. We're able to, it's just a thing that we have. Now, the facet of your business that has to be digital so that guys can discover you, that they can know you sell maybe some thrift clothes in Campo and you have various sizes and this is the new fashion. That is the facet that you can automate with the AI.
Okay.
So your small business, you might not be able to hire photographers to come shoot your product, or, figure out what your service is and how you can record that and show to people. That is something you can automate with AI. As long as you have your phone, you can take a photo of your product, you can feed it into Google View, it will generate videos for you that you can use on your social media. You can create content for a whole month with GPT, then it will give you even scripts of what you can say to your TikTok that will maybe even like viral hooks that can help you trend. And then it helps you with that. The fact that you can use a tool like Ad Creative to create ads for you, maybe you don't understand the whole Meta business suite. It's, Meta always changing things.
Every day.
Yeah, but the fact that you can access a tool like Ad Creative or Pencil or so on and so forth to create ads for you and to show you what they would look like and help you make them better before you shoot them, it's great for you. So the fact that you can automate the entire process end to end, the only part that you will come in is at the beginning and at the end to make sure the content is proper, is brilliant for small businesses because then that enables you to do better. The fact that you have a bot that can automate your WhatsApp, because right now everybody is on WhatsApp, business, conversation, but then now you're online, so at any given point, let's say per month you have like 100 new people who are trying to have a conversation with you, but you can get a tool like ManyChat AI who will come in and have 1,000 conversations on your behalf. All you need to do is train it, show it your goods, have conversations with it nonstop, and it can pick up those conversations. I feel like AI has come to make things easier for us, so that then you use your brain for more strategic, more complex issues. Yes, as opposed to the mundane, repetitive tasks. Automate those. So I feel like for small businesses, that is the best place that they can find themselves.
I have a question.
Yeah.
for that. Do you feel like, first of all, has the AI leveled the playing field that a small business can compete with a big brand? Because we have this, we have the same access. And the second question is in terms of originality.
Yeah.
Because again, this is artificial, and if we are doing the same prompt, then we lack the originality.
Garbage in.
Yeah. So, what is the flip side? Because if we are doing the same content, you will go to social media. And I used to work in an agency, whereby when in agency, we had the copywriters had this. So if it's Madaraka Day, for example, and we manage different brands, you could tell this copy is from the same person.
It's like even Canva. Like the way you find the same poster for Madaraka in like 16 companies.
Exactly.
Different colors.
How do we navigate that? And then also from my first question, has it leveled the playing field?
Yeah.
Because I know bigger brands have bigger budgets, so they're more likely to invest better in AI and all that. So what is your take on that?
I think it has, to a degree, event that field. The only thing that they may have a step up in regards to that sort of competition is the fact that you've mentioned they are able to pay for more advanced tools and more people who can play around with those tools. That is the only part. But I do think if you have that much grit, like you have every intention of making it, with AI, that level playing field can be leveled. And then you can all compete almost on the same level. What was the other question? I forgot the other question.
The next question was the originality.
Gosh.
Like you're saying, everybody will use the same prompt. Just give me Madaraka. And again, so you will find we lack originality, and sometimes in chaos and all those mistakes and all those imperfection we end up discovering new things and all that.
Yeah.
So what is the flip side of that?
Yeah, so for sure, that is, it's a risk that could happen, especially if you have not, for example, taken up like a short course in prompting and things like that, just to be able to do things a little bit differently for your brand. But I do also know that tools have a way of morphing into what you want them to be.
Yes.
So you can quote unquote build it in almost your own image, because after all, you're the one who is training it. So most of the time it should be able to talk, speak, have a tone for your business that is like you who is teaching it. So that can be the disparity. The other thing is that I'm noticing like there's a lot of teachers who've come up.
The prophets.
Everybody has, a course in AI. I'm like, no, don't waste that money that you want to pay. Don't do it there. Use it for tools. Pay for your GPTs and things like that. Not when guys like Google, guys like Microsoft, guys like OpenAI have free courses that some are live, some are recorded, for you to learn from the actual creators of these tools. And it is free with the same internet that you'd have paid a teacher to teach you on. So guys are now using their money. And I understand the need to maybe be trained, someone coming to train an organization. That one I get, because now that is different, because you need to create a tool stack to that organization. And that I do. But then the one that is general for like a 1,000, 1,500, 2K, 2.5 class, for you to go be taught about AI and how to use it, I find that very odd for me. Like, and there are too many.
Probably the teacher used AI.
Yeah, highly likely. And highly likely they don't even know that much. It's just that somehow they've figured out how to do a nice prompt. They've learned 3 or 4 tools. I'm like, no, we teach. Even myself, I push all this content for free out there for guys to learn. But I do think, like, strategizing where your money goes into, invest more in your business and in the tools that will help your business as opposed to all the other extras. Because I think people are getting lost in the noise. There is a lot of AI noise. And in that noise, opportunists come up. So I think you need to learn how to, silence that and stick to what is going to help your business elevate. Create a tool. The same AI can guide you on a tool stack, an AI tool stack that works for you. It will tell you, Sawa, your business, wewe ni mama wa mboga, and you want to scale your business in Nairobi, specifically Nairobi Metropolis. How do we do this? It will give you like a tool stack. It will tell you for videos, because you're an SME and this is your budget, use HeyGen. HeyGen will give you the same quality of videos as VO, but it's cheaper, it's affordable. It will tell you for images, use just general GPT for DALL-E. Nini, it will give you all these things and these options for you to test out. Like Manners, for example, as you said, the AI tool, it is literally one of the most advanced, but very few people know it.
Exactly, yeah.
There are very few tools that can do what, say, Chinese AI tools do. Because you find there is a tool that is a chat that creates everything. It can do video, it can do 3D imaging, it can do normal images. That GPT does not even do that. Not even 5. And I've been playing with 5 for the past few days. It doesn't do that. But now there are other tools and they are free. Most
like
of the Chinese,
Harvey, for example.
Yes.
And
it generates, in one prompt, it can generate like 10 different content forms. But then you're going to be taught how to use GPT and pay for it more. Or VO, which is very expensive, as opposed to just, just browsing a little bit more to find out what more is out there that is affordable. I think we need to learn how to silence
the AI noise.
Crowd and the noise.
So in that regard, do you think we are curious enough? For example, I think I'm obsessed sometimes with tools and I want to explore. Like I will go to Manners, I'll go to different tools just to see how Claude and all those things. So do you feel like we get so comfortable with quote-unquote status quo, like, this is working for me, and that's why maybe ChatGPT is very popular in Kenya, is because we get comfortable, we don't want to see more, we don't want to explore, and we don't even personalize it to our own unique needs.
We're also copycats.
We're also copycats, exactly.
Copycats. I didn't even know how bad
being
it
Kenyan
was.
is being copycat.
I didn't even know how it was. I think it was on Tony Ndongo's, like, one of his conversations. Then it hit me, oh my gosh, we really are. Like one guy buys Anduthi.
We discussed this about
60 others now buy Anduthi because they've seen every mama is calling him, utani drop in a place. It's crazy. I think we need to do better. Also, we do get comfortable very quick. And it's not okay. It shows even in our governance and our choice of leaders. It does. We tend to get comfortable. We are like, sawa, tumejieka kwa hii position. It's okay. Tukule ujeuri wetu.
Sasa tutadu.
And si nyinyi muende. You can't do a thing. I'm like, mimi ni mnyonge, mimi siwezi. I don't know. It's something that we really have to stop doing. And I think it's why this popular notion of Gen Z came up. Well, in reality, it's not a Gen Z thing. It isn't. You'll find all sorts of people of all ages being more active in how they seek better. I think we just need to emulate that more. Because you can play with so many. Like Grok is free for so long. And it is brilliant. It is literally number 1 in the AI index of Stanford. It's crazy. But people are like, and yet we are horrific on Twitter. Like we are known worldwide for how much we tweet. But we will not access Grok. Which is crazy because it's just there. We just need to be, in our curiosity, we normally limit our curiosity as well. And I think up on Dosasa, we get beat by guys like Nigeria. Them, they expand their curiosity. They're like, this is not enough. Nataka ile ingine. As we get to just enough, we're like, okay, sawa.
If it works, it works.
It works. I can install it in my phone. As in basi. You don't care if it's giving you correct information or not. Like I was at University of Nairobi. JKUAT. I was at JKUAT for Tao. I was having like a career talk. And we were talking about AI tools. And I was trying to convince the I don't want to say the kids because they might take it wrong. But there's
What were Juja boys?
Juja boys. Remember that joke? Graduation is like a circumcision ceremony. It's just boys.
That's a graduation in the 90s. Not in the 21st century.
This is an alumnus of Juja boys.
Oh, no wonder, maybe.
Umesema tipsy.
Let's go back to the topic. AI.
Wacha
kukachi.
But I went to Juja Boys in Tao. And then I'm trying to show the kids the AI indexes and it's based on very many things. They do research based on correct information, response rates, the things it produces, nini. You're telling them Grok 4 is number 1. They're like, ni waongo. You're like, are you serious? Ati hapana, sisi ni wa GPT. Like GPT, especially because you're using the free one, is like huko mbele, like past 5 to 10. Huko. In terms of correctness. So if you're doing any research and you're using free GPT, the high chance is that it's giving you ish information. You would need to cross-check sana. But then I'm here, we're telling you, try Grok, try Gemini, try Claude, try DeepSeek, which is brilliant when it comes to information. Like, no, GPT it's enough. It's enough. I think we just need to push the bar just a little bit more. We are almost there to where we get to everybody's active and hyper and, we're super smart. I think we just need to push it just kidogo.
I think you're preaching to the choir because Alan and myself, we did this. And we have to admit we are guilty. So we were doing research on you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so Mimi, he's given me his ChatGPT response, and I'm like, take the same thing and DeepSeek. I'm like, hey, DeepSeek ni kama iko na context.
Right.
remember that conversation?
Right.
I'm like, yes, but we are not curious enough to explore. We are not obsessed.
Nobody's even asking why is DeepSeek still not producing images. Yeah, because for them, that's not the goal. They want to be known for, just how intricate and deep research they are based on. Yeah, so that means it's a brilliant tool at giving you correct information. You guys are like, no. Like the other one. Yeah.
I think, is it because we don't like change? They say only wet babies like change. So is it because
who says that?
Because unajua sasa napi iki nini they want change, but
only them.
We tend to gravitate towards our comfort zone.
We do.
Yeah. So is it because we don't like change, or change is uncomfortable, or well, as we close on this chapter, and how do we start changing that? Because it's very scary when you say guys who are in campus should be hyper. They should be on the forefront. They should be the one, telling us they have explored, and they should even help you discover new tools. Because if anything. But where are we fucking up?
I think we truly are humans. I think we just crave comfort. I think that's it. And that's why, this is a very wrong comparison, but it's true. And that's why you have ultra wealthy, the billionaires who love discomfort. And then you have just, general, I'm okay where I am.
Yeah.
So I think that's the difference. You just need to decide just where you want to be in life. When you wake up and you remember where I want to be in 10 years, utarauka and you'll now go seeking for other things. But I think we're just people who tend to, be okay with comfort. And it's not cultural, because our ancestors were actually very curious about things. I think it's economic, it's political, it's social, it's integrated in us. It's like, have you ever seen those guys on Twitter who are always trying to push the bar, telling us about all these Illuminati stories? If you've ever met those guys, in truth, some of what they are is very fascinating. They say it's very fascinating. Like, it should make you want to be like, okay, ini jaba, at least you go research. You're like that thing in Tao that Jui looks how.
Remember the eye.
It's an energy point.
And it's in everything.
In the world. And Jui the Masons, Jui Nini. You're like, to be quite honest, me, I really love such fascinating things. I'm like, okay, let's dig through this jabba and find out. But then majority of people are like, Mume kunywa da. I think we're just not that curious. We're curious, but not that curious. I think anything that makes us uncomfortable, we tend to dislike. And that is why you'll also find when it comes to influences that we follow, people tend to look. Okay, so for example, the rumor mill get millions and millions of impressions and engagement and all that. But then, if you go and look for professors online, they have very few following, very few interactions. I don't know why we do that. I feel like anything that challenges us, we tend to dislike and push away from it. We dislike it because you're like, what do you think? Who do you think you are? You're better than me. That is why the rumor mill does very well. Chai master and mistress. They do very well.
And actually people pay for that. You see,
went
to Telegram. You pay
levels of payment. It's crazy, but tell someone.
It gives you comfort.
Yeah, but tell someone, I have this professor, he's coming here to teach us Nini. And then he just looks regular. They're like, aye. And that is why people find... He's called who? That politician, the one who's like a professor, but he's very ananga story. He's called
all of them are professors.
Yes.
Oh.
Are they? Like, they find it.
Even our Nini's professors. You have a professor here in anywhere. Subaru. Anyway.
I know. It's zoology, botanics.
Botanical.
Yeah, so you find, like, that's why people find, I think it's Kivuda Kibwana.
Yeah.
They
That
find
one's
him
a professor.
extremely fascinating. In truth, he's just a normal person. They find it extremely fascinating. Meanwhile, they will still not be like very targeted to it. That's why right now, even when people are choosing who they'll vote for, they're like, Hana aura, Hana vibes. Monica Ville, the previous one used to be. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? If there was anyone who was vibeless, was Kibaki. But somehow, he did the most.
Remember how much time he took to get there.
Kibaki was Washona nayo imeaguka mafia kuku.
Imagine. He was so chill. Hakuwa story mingi. But then we tend to like the hyper, the 001 guy. Yet you all know everything that surrounds that. Yes. But we're like, no, it's just, it's something that I find very wrong.
It's a bug in our system.
It really is. And it can, this is the thing. Human bugs are self-correcting. You can self-correct. We choose not to.
But I think you can self-correct, but I don't think you can correct as the hard. That's where the problem comes in.
It's self-correction. It has to be self-correction. So I would tell people to not to like paying for subscriptions on those rumor mills is bad.
Yes.
They pay.
They will pay. Because you don't want...
Kwanza watapata sasa story yako ndo watalipa premium. Tupe chai ya huyu.
Is it because of FOMO?
It's I don't think so.
No, I think it gives you comfort.
It's also a need for you to know that you're all the same.
Yes. It's a comfort thing.
So anyone who is not the same, you're so pissed. You're like,
kwenda huko unajisikia unajidu.
Sasa hiyo ni professor tana story anajaribu tu kuwafunza ka class ka free. Yeah, it's just consolation in knowing that you're all the same. And in truth, you're not. Yeah. You're meant to, everyone is meant to push boundaries and to be better and to do better. Kila mtu anafaa kuacha their own mark in this life. Like, I was here. Like, what will people say about you 200 years from now? Will you be remembered even? Will your children even name you?
Yeah.
You know, that is what you should be looking for, to leave a mark. Lakini sasa hakuna hard mentality wacha mark. Hakuna.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, actually, the interesting thing based on what you say, actually, too. So one, the thing about human beings is we love familiarity, novelty, and novelty in familiarity. So that always drives us.
That part.
You only cram.
Nearly understand.
Leo ni vile unajua nasema akili nywele, naona kanywele kameongezeka.
Kusema akili ni nywele. So ule hana akili ndio. As in ule hana nywele anapata akili mingi. Naona how Bien is pushing things in music.
Mimi hapa. Sorry.
Pia una push hata una push boundaries sasa.
Push the bar.
But the other thing around politics,
there
are some people who did a research in US.
Yeah.
I can't remember when they did it, but they were looking at past presidential elections. And they wanted to see the similarities between how the election vote happened and the good-lookingness of the people. And you could actually almost 100%
that is so interesting.
predict based on how good-looking was this guy versus this guy.
That is interesting.
So it's different bugs in our lives.
It's also why guys like things like Cambridge Analytica happened. Because it's human behavior is predictive.
It's very predictable.
We are very predictive. Like they know, ukishoot ka propaganda flani on socials, the narrative will change. Which is heavily what I believe also happened in the last Kenyan election. It's also what happened in the US election as well. Like Twitter was used as a tool for election, election neuromarketing of some sort.
But now,
like,
you see
narrative too.
You see, that was like 10 years ago, 5 years ago.
So imagine something.
Now with AI, what do you think?
Let's talk about deepfakes. Deepfakes, yeah. The deepfakes and the propaganda. I remember I went to see my mom, and then ananionyesha video TikTok, like proper deepfake. So you will never know. How do we now again? We go back.
Discern.
How do we discern? How do we educate? Because deepfake is actually a thing, and it can be used as a weapon of mass destruction, propaganda, and all that.
2 months ago, it was.
And that's why even we had a lot of cases at our Twitter. The things we complain about, the things we're demonstrating about, it's purely driven by deepfake. So how do we now again? Because AI can be dangerous, right? How do we again now educate ourselves? How do we put the checks and balances for it?
Do you know what's crazy? There are agencies that are just for deepfake and propaganda. You know that? Like their work is to create Twitter bots. Like what happens right now in Kenya with governance and all those things, where you wonder, like, if you're a known figure who maybe speaks out against, say, corruption, like, una comment kitu within 10 minutes, 50 comments.
Yes.
Ujai Shanga, it's an agency. Like, there are social media agencies whose work is that. And they are paying their clients who are governments too. Hakuna mtu mwingine akona hiyo time ya vitu kaa hizo. It's always government. So one person akona
hakuna mtu mwingine akona
hakuna, because they're also expensive.
Na time ya maendeleo pia akona wani watu akona time ya nini?
Unapata mtu ameemploy social media manager akona 50 Twitter accounts. Kazi yake ni ya kwenda na hiyo profile layer ni kwenda kuchocha na kuplant. It's crazy. I do think for people who are intuitively and non-stop chronically online, we should not be gotten by deepfake. And we were gotten by deepfakes, when was it? Like 2 months ago. 2 months, yeah. Hii saga tu ya maandamano. And then politicians made like a deepfake. I think it was of CNN or something. And it was sijui talking, but it was basically just gaslighting the guys who maandamano and all that. And people actually thought it was true. Like it was pushed even by politicians. Professors, you would think, at least ataingia at Google, afanyeka research, on this day. Yeah. So I do think for people who are chronically online, it's very easy. You may not be able to tell a deepfake. Nowadays, they're really good. Really good. But you can find out if the information in the deepfake is real easily. Because people document everything. You could almost go to 8th September when, and you will find a lot of things that happened on that day. It's very easy to discern what is real, what is not, if you just do a little bit of research. And we are Kenyans, we are number one chronically online. We're always online. Yes. So we really should not be the people who are gotten by deepfakes. But like you said, we like such things. So that's why we bite into them very quick. Yeah.
Okay. So I want us to segue kidogo and get a bit practical. So I'm a shop owner in Gikomba. I sell clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
How would AI change my life by Christmas if I started using it today?
That's a good
I have
one.
5 months.
Mentally.
Na watu wachukue kalamu sasa.
Mentally, it can be your therapist. So by Christmas, you'll be balanced. But remember, Nani said that they are not tied by law, so they can feed out your information.
I remember.
So ukiambia kitu mbaya, So ukisema kitu mbaya, and the government says we need those chats, what I have to produce. So be very careful. So when you're using GPT as your therapist.
Alon, umesikia? I think ChatGPT Alon iko na ChatGPT ingine for therapy.
Iko na everything. Dating advice, therapy, work,
girlfriend,
brainstorming.
Unaweza create a girlfriend.
Haijafika hapo, but very soon.
Na iko na sound capability. So you can
respond. Like Scarlett Johansson. Well, I'm good.
You've really thought this through.
See? He has it on top of mind.
This one is not true. So by Christmas, oh my gosh. I don't know if this is like one of those questions of how can I use AI to make money? I find that a very weird question.
But there are videos all over, like as an AI agent for my reception for things, and you make money when you sleep while you sleep.
That makes that makes sense to you. If it's not happened, unless of course you're in the illegal business of funny things, if it's not happened now, given that AI mimics human behavior, what makes you think it is that easy? Let's not say it's impossible, but it's not that easy.
But we have people who are GNLD. Wanakuzia dream. Mtu kiatu imechoka lakini anakuambia ana kiatu imeinama 9K alafu akwa deepfake ya hiyo siku Photoshop ameshikilia chopa.
Anakuzia soap. Kwanza GNLD is very interesting. They sell even soap. I was so shocked. I was like, tuko na soap.
But kama mtu Nairobi haja join GNLD, by the way, you're not a typical Nairobi person.
I'm at least went for a meeting.
na M Global. Hey,
M Global alipata wapi?
Kuna pia travel.
Venture travel.
Yeah, there was a travel one.
But they always lie, and somehow they have events out of the country. Multi-level marketing is crazy. MLMs are mad.
So if that is working, would you think there are people who fall prey for even this AI?
Yeah. Yeah, because I also have guys who will come to me and tell me, which is hilarious. I remember they came and told us to jenge AI ya Forex. I'm like, yo, do you not think if it was that easy?
Kila mtu angekuwa anafanya. Yeah.
Like, what is these things? That's why I'm saying stop paying this teaching. Nini ya 1,500 these classes. Just go learn. Mimi, chenye naweza ambia mseka huyo, go to create a marketing strategy. Umesema ni msewa Gikomba?
Ameleta container ya bales.
Containers zimekam.
Akona bales. Na tujui kama ni mishipi.
Kama mishipi za karate.
Ameleta mishipi za karate. Na serviettes.
Lakini atakuwa sauce by Christmas.
Yeah, atakuwa sauce. Sasa mishipi watu watafunga huko
by Christmas. Lazima tukue make it.
Kwani ni side hustle yako?
Hapana.
Wewe wacha.
I'm asking for a friend.
Naweza kuanza karate.
Wacha, but already in therapy.
Ajenge nini ya kutel ni bell gani kamera na ni gani iko na nini vitu ish. I can't. Jesus. Can't. I think using AI, the best thing you can do using AI, especially if you have a retail business, you're an SME or MSME, is using it to be your marketing strategist. It's the smartest thing.
Okay.
Itakuguide kwenye utauza, venye utauza, videos zenye utajenga, how to make how to make your TikToks go viral, video content. Hadi, one of the smartest things, by the way, anawezafanya ni kutumia ile Google tool yenye ina let mtu try on clothes using their AI image. That is the smartest thing. And I think it's free. So una-upload tu kanini kako. So eke hiyo API kwa website yake. Itabidi tu get website. Atafuta pesa ya website tu. Alafu hiyo API ya Google figure out venye ataiweka.
Hata kama ni mishipi.
Ukuje tu try on the different colors na sizes za mishipi. I think that would be the smartest way yenye ataomoka. Hiyo ama kuweka wale wazee usema tu vitu wana inashoot. Ka hiyo ya 14 supu. Atafute kitu kake tu.
But you know the thing about, and you sometimes mtu anafikirianga vile mannequin inakaa na nguo ndio wewe utakaa.
Ngumu sana. So the best thing, chukua hiyo Google nini, hadi Pinterest wako nayo wamejenga pia yao. So mtu ana-upload tu picha yake venye anakaa top to bottom, ana-try on hizo outfits. At least it will be brilliant. Alafu kwanza figure out venye through AI anaweza match nguo kadhaa.
But is it as easy as you make it sound? Is it a magic bullet?
It is, because Google have already done it. The hard thing is to try do yours from scratch. That is where the problem will come in. But if you just pick the Google one, you create an online store that is host an e-commerce store. Uweke hiyo API ya Google, itakukubali tu. Mtu anaweka tu picha yake anajaribu tunguo tu.
And actually,
top, ka bottom,
you don't even need to have a website. You can use Google My Business profile.
Yes, use Google My Business.
Google sites. Actually, it's very simple for people to go online than people imagine.
Yes.
It should not be that complicated.
It is. Like now, even guys don't even optimize their Google My profiles. Watu unapata, unaenda kwa biashara ya mse, on Google, umetafuta sijui which shop, then unaenda kwa maps. Adi map, hajapin the correct way. Small things like that, they help you optimize at least, uende to at least the first 5 pages of Google. Guys don't even do. Google My Business is also a social media channel.
Exactly.
You can upload photos, you can post things, you can... People don't use it.
And it's very easy for local listing. For example, if I'm looking for a gym or a salonist near me, and I've seen it work because my background is in digital marketing. I tell people it's very simple to get leads online without even investing in anything. So if I have optimized, I am around Kilimani, and I do this. I am looking for raincoats. I'm looking for umbrella. I'm looking for hair transplant, for example. Na niko karibu hapa Westlands, then there are chances that my business...
I am sipping tea.
No, on a serious note, it's very easy. You don't have to tacky. No.
You can find out Kilimani.
He knows.
Umefanya research. Ulitumia Google.
Finds you. It knows you, it gives you what you need.
Algo. Let's go with that.
So I think we should stop overcomplicating it because our lives are online.
Yeah.
And sometimes I tell people, if you are not online, you probably don't exist. People don't think. If I, hey, unafanyanga nini? The first thing is you Google that business. So if you're not even there.
I know. Alafu, Instagram is indexing on Google.
Yes.
Imagine, like you can rank just for your Instagram page and your posts. So make your posts amazing, brilliant. Let it publish. Kubali your option yenye inasema publish.
The public thing.
Yes, I'm telling you.
And we were talking with Alon today that ChatGPT ilikuwa ina index. So if you Google Alon, then you can find ana hair nini anatafutanga vitu za nywele sana.
Hana kinyozi.
Ati natural wig.
Hadi keki wanamtupia ads za nini flights to Turkey.
Actually, Turkish Airlines ndio nilipata sana. Turkish Airlines.
Hairlines ama airlines.
Ajui airlines. Ni airlines. Ajui.
That's where we've digressed.
Yeah, to continue. Sorry.
So,
unaweza walk away from your own interview now.
Like mkae back. Jiweke.
Sasa fanya the most curious.
Hello.
Okay, so back to the main topic. So we've discussed the Gikomba person.
Yeah.
So what if I'm this corporate buddy na niko na a side hustle bakery? Will the same approach apply?
Kwanza corporate body na uko na bakery business. Kama uuzi kwa hiyo building yenye unaendaga job, umeanguka at the basics of business. Because first of all, huwezi kuwa na biashara na ukuwe na aibu. Aziambatani. You have to be shameless and business.
Top shotter.
I give this example non-stop. Kuna mse anaitwa Nairobi Sense. Nairobi Sense on Twitter. Utampata kwa kila conversation. Hadi ile conversation. Hadi kwa ile conversation na ile plane ilianguka. Ataenda atafute perfume yenye ina rhyme na airplane ama aircraft. Apige picha na apost. Aseme we are selling aircraft today. Na ni perfume inaitwa aircraft. Mimi sijaona mse shameless. Na strategic car huyo.
Hiyo ni another level by the way.
Imagine mko hapo mkisema mwehoko mse wa duvet. Mwehoko kuna kwanga na baridi. Nunueni duvet. You're like Jesus. Read the room.
Hiyo si kuposition.
Lakini sasa umepata ad ya duvet. Maybe uko mwehoko na ulikuwa unasikia baridi. Umepata ka duvet hapo hivyo na amesema atawapea offer. Juu ya hiyo msiba imehappen mwehoko. Like you cannot have a business and have shame. So kama ni corporate body na anauza tu vitu hata tu mtush na nini na hauzi watu kwa hiyo building.
Wanazitanga thrift mtush. Baba bodies wanasema thrift. Sisi tunasema ni mtumba.
Thrift na hiyo jina nyingine inaitwa nini zile vitu za kitambo, vitu mzee.
Vintage.
Vintage thrift.
Wewe sema unauza kitenge bwana, acha mambo yako bwana.
Vintage thrift. Yeah, so anza na kwenye huko. If nobody in that building knows you and what you do, already you're failing. You cannot, ndio nasemanga, mimi hakuna mahali naendaga. No, everybody knows what I do. Like lazima waelewe tu what we do. Because otherwise umeanguka. So kama mahali umebant. Fact. So kama kwenye niko na ofisi, if nobody huko hiyo place yote in iHub, my office is at iHub. If everybody there is looking for an agency and they don't come to me fast,
you're failing.
Iko shida.
Maybe kama kona wivu.
Ama ni competitor.
So scenario 3. You're a parent. Your child has started learning about this AI stuff. So they're also confused.
Yeah.
Like people are saying jobs will disappear.
Yeah.
I'm here, I'm almost getting into campus. I don't know what then I should study. What do you advise that person?
Let me look for something. There's something. I am a parent and my child codes and she's 7 years old. There is a tool that I was taught by Sam Gishuru that helps you protect anything your child comes into contact with as long as it's online from your TV.
Really?
Yeah. Let me find it. I know it's
Is
on
it
Twitter.
Google Family? Google Family, I know you can do that for Google.
That one does not now go
Google
and
link.
cover. It cover everything. So for example, if your child has a Kindle, unaona hiyo see Google property because Kindles go to login na. Amazon is just Amazon. So it won't protect necessarily that. There's a tool that we were using. Gosh, what is it called? Do you remember it? Oh my gosh, Jesus. But there's a very, very brilliant tool. Let me just get you that tool.
I think that is important because now
but it is amazing.
There is a lot of information. And
there we go. Yeah. It's called Q Studio. Q Studio.
Q with a Q.
QU Studio. Custodio.
Custodio. Okay.
Yes. It's a tool that you implement. And the entire kwanza sisi who are modern and we have smart houses. So from your lock to your lights, everything has been, integrated. Because that's where we are headed to. Sahi, hata ukienda Philips, they could give you a bulb that is wireless and you can wash. You can see who has put it on. Like everything now is happening to be interconnected. Xiaomi have done it, also on so your cameras, nini. So get that. It's called QU Studio. Custodio. It's brilliant. It helps you manage parental advisory. Hadi mtoto akiingia kwa TV, zile cartoons ana watch, nini, if there is anything that is
I think that's a very important because I'm always on camera for supervising my daughter digitally. I'm like, I speak, wewe, stop watching. And sometimes she's like, no.
Why do you do that? Gosh, like, privacy.
Like, stop. But what needs to be done. So I think we also need to be very smart, adaptive with current trends.
And we tusikue watu reactive, tukue preemptive.
Yeah.
So before your child goes to look, teach them about it. Yeah. Like now I've had a conversation about AI with my daughter. So she understands that there's like a thing like GPT she can converse with on her laptop. There's a tool they use for training. What is that coding thing? Scratch. Yes, there's a tool called Scratch. It's made by MIT that kids in these international schools use to code. What people don't know is that it's accessible to any kid. It's not at it may adopt you mostly by international, IGCS, it's called what? IGCSE, British System Curriculum, yes. CBC. So Cambridge. So people don't think that it can be applied to like CBC, CBE, whatever they changed it to. No, you can get that for your child. As long as your child, you have internet. Everybody, I think in Nairobi right now, most people have access to internet of some sort. Hata ile ya mtaa, mtu anakuja na kuconnectia. Mtoto wako, kwa uto tu laptop, na kuna tu laptops tu dogo from like 15 Gs. Get them that, install Scratch, let them learn how to code. At least it starts by teaching them the logic. So it's not coding yenye susu tulifanya kampo. It's not like that. Yao ni different. It's been built so inaenda na stages. So I think it's important upreempt mtoto wako because can you imagine venye sahi as we're in digital marketing, the way we know a lot of things, imagine ungeanziwa ukiwa mdogo.
Yeah, but they're true.
Ungekuwa so far, like the basic concepts hazingekuwa anything to you right now. So the best thing right now is know for a fact, kwenye shule mtoto wako ataenda, ama akitoka shule ingie kampo, they will have to access a lot of digital needs. Preempt it sahi tu akiwa mdogo.
Asishangae baadaye.
Asishtuke ati amediscover GPT anaenda kuuliza funny things. Teach them what to use it for. What to use it for. Then that way, ni ngumu deviate. Nata ikifika ni kwa experiment with a lot of tools, they will come to you because to you, you're the master. To them, you're the master. You understand these things. They will come to you. As opposed to kuambiwa na mabeshto wake, umewai jaribu kufanya hii nayo. Umewai jaribu kugenerate sijui images zinakaaje. That way, they'll just come to you. But you have to preempt that conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think as we start to wind down, another fear that people have right now, and even for parenting and with all these tools, is artificial. We said artificial intelligence mimic human intelligence.
Yes.
And the only thing that makes it artificial is because it's not conscious. It's not sentient. Like it's not. It doesn't have feelings and all of those things. Do you think there is a time when it will get to that point? Because most people, and this is religious, they have seen churches that are banning people to use tech because it's evil
like
and all these things.
Nowadays are learning sermons from GPT.
Exactly. So do you think that there is a time when artificial intelligence will get to that point where it's so human that it has feelings? It's
Yeah, I think so. I think even right now it is there because it can mimic feelings. It doesn't have to feel, but it can mimic. If you've trained, like since GPT was released, if in the past 2 years you've used your GPT almost daily, mahali imefika, it can mimic feelings. It will almost say, I sympathize with you because that is mimicking a feeling.
Alon ulilisha feedback. Ulilisha ChatGPT feedback.
Yeah, I ask it for everything.
You asked to tell me how have I been doing lately?
How have I been doing lately?
Yeah.
Am I happy?
And it will tell you. It will even check in on you. Like there's one that I had seen that had a very nice prompt. So every morning at around 10 a.m., as long as you're online, it will preempt a conversation to check in on you and your mental health. And like maybe ulikuwa umeipea goals, itakwambia how far you are in your goals today. Maybe it's even a financial goal umesema by December na save like thou, sijui wapi, per days, sijui where, naeza iweka wapi. Itakupea. By the way, it's very brilliant for such things. It can keep you, ni kama accountability partner.
Yeah.
Itakucheck in na ita make sure. So I always say this. We use ChatGPT, but we don't use it for even the things that are really cool and nice that it can help you with. Like financial planning, it's really good at it. Right now, it has agent mode. Umejaribu agent mode? It's amazing.
Yes. It takes actually time before it gives you a response. So itakupatia immediately.
Yeah, it takes like 10 minutes or something. Inaenda ina research. Especially if you know how to prompt really well. Yeah. It's brilliant. Like agent mode, ukilink, for example, you link your email, your calendar, the various things that you use it day to day. Kwanza ulink ile email, for example, iko na financial documents. Ka hapo ndo NCBA ama ABSA ama whoever wanakutumia nini. It can easily use anything that's on your email to create a financial plan for you. So for example, if you're the guys who got asset financing, whether ni mortgage ama gari, it can be able to plan for you how you will pay, venye uta avoid too much interest and so on and so forth. But guys don't use it for that, which I find very fascinating for me. That is what I find it fascinating for, as opposed to the day-to-day. Day-to-day, hata uta Google, utapata tu. But this other bit is really cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
As we were, but there is also the evil side of it, and the moral part.
Yeah.
We was having a discussion where there is an AI boyfriend.
Yeah, even girlfriend.
And it's a conversational model on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So, and the reason they were saying is it's inajua feeling, inajua correspond. It's not like my boyfriend. Yeah. Inajua ina respond promptly.
Yeah.
It's
and it went rogue. And there is one that went rogue and like started like making the person get depressed until they committed suicide.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah. So it's I think don't play with things that are that insane. I know curiosity equal, but I've never personally met someone who felt that need to go higher than AI boyfriend. Like please jua kuna pros na cons. While you're happy imekutext asubuhi imekuuliza babe how is your day going? Please know also iko na thoughts na ina access ya vitu mingi zako.
At the end of the day it's artificial.
Yes, it is artificial. It's not the same thing. It might feel like it's real to you, but it isn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alon, as we wind down.
So we're about to wind down.
Yeah.
I have one last question before we get to the rapid fire question.
Yeah.
Should you use AI or even mainly the conversational generative ones? Should you use it as a tool or as a teammate? Which is the right way to use it?
Both.
A tool or a teammate?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think both.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I think actually even as a teammate might be more brilliant. Especially if you're running an SME and an MSME. Now, uko solo. If anything, you would need it to help you in mundane and repetitive tasks. So that is what like a teammate would come in. So use it as both. Use it as a tool and a teammate. Sometimes even use it as a manager. Because it will have expectations and it will guide you how to achieve that expectation in a smarter way as opposed to just giving you answers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So let's get into the rapid fire questions.
The fun part.
Yes. So if your week, like this week, which is almost ending. If your week had a theme song, what is it right now?
All my enemies.
Hey, this week has been insane. Jesus Christ. Right now it's just... I don't even know what it means, but that Isaka song, the South African one, it just gets me. And I don't even know what they say.
Google.
Isaka.
See,
you know. Isaka ile ya Kakamega.
Basi Isaka.
For lazima jua tuko na audience Kakamega wasema ule Isaka Nyandia alisema ni mkani. Ule Isaka ndo tunataka kusikia hiyo wimbo yake alisema.
It's South African. I think also it's also because of the fact that I don't necessarily get 100% what they're saying. So I feel like that's how my week is. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. If you could rename Wednesday, what would you call it?
Kwanza ni Wednesday ama ni Wednesday. Tuanze tu hata hapo.
Ama ni Wednesday Adams?
Ama Wednesday.
Oh.
No, as in the day.
Wednesday.
Ama ni Wednesday. Wednesday.
Kwanza fun fact. See, these days were named after the Viking gods.
Yeah.
So Friday after Frida, Thursday after Thor, Wednesday after Odin.
Inywele.
So, ni akili. So if you could rename Wednesday, what would you call it?
For me, Wednesday is the day where I have every client meeting in existence. For me, it would be like
clients day.
Members
Day.
Members Day.
Members Day inakuwa siku gani? Ni Friday.
Ni Friday, yeah.
Ni Friday. Members Day ni Friday. Hiyo ni hey, that's my client's day. Yeah.
Okay. What is your go-to? I have 7 minutes snack.
Mkate bread. Ile ya wazee inaitwa nini? Ile inakuwa wacha kwanza ya block.
Ile ina una time ni
nikabovlo ka block nga.
What everyday object do you think deserves a spot in a museum?
It's an interesting one.
I think phones. I think especially the evolution of phones. Like it would be very nice to have a museum of phones, the evolution of it all. That is such an instrumental part of every single person's life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think ideas inafaa kuwa
even
the user experience, the product design of hiyo kakitu bana.
Kanaka ka Android. The original Android ninis. It was so insane.
Okay. Yeah. Another fun fact. I'm digressing a bit. Do you know what was the first text message to ever be sent? And it was sent in 1992.
Really?
Yes.
That recent?
Yes.
Okay.
See, Mayday.
Ama zile za Moscow.
There.
Yes, it's a very simple answer.
Good morning.
Hello?
No.
Not hello. Hello world.
No.
I know.
Howdy.
No.
At Yodi.
How do you do?
It was Merry Christmas.
Well, how boring.
Leo umetungaria tu top shot.
You get a free billboard for a day and you only have 5 words. What does it say?
Where? Kai, you know I'm in the business of billboards. Now my head is running. What does it say?
Out of home.
ChatGPT is watching you. I think that would trigger
so
many people. I think that would be such a fun social experiment.
Wow, yeah.
What tiny hill will you absolutely die on?
That we love scandals more than we love people who help us. And that there are more bad people than there are good.
Okay.
Wow.
Invent a new national holiday. Na usitetee Wakorino. So
that's for you. Ama hata ya Wahindi.
Unajua the Wakorino ni the Corinthians. Wachana na the Corinthians.
Ni Mokorini oyo.
Ne Wakorintho. Wakorintho. Wale wakufunika vitu. Si unakumbuka the Corinthians?
Yes.
Yes, so invent a national holiday. What are we celebrating?
Let me tell you. I don't know how chaotic this is, but the day Kasongo goes.
We will celebrate.
Hey! I think truly, even the president who comes in will have to give us a mental health day. For the trauma.
Tunafaa kuona siku ya cleanse.
Twende kwa mto. Sisi wote na zile leaves zile. Zinapika. Sisi wote. Hata una imagine
useme hii serikali kila mtu hata dereva by the way mnaweza pitishwa by the way.
Hadi unaingia kwa Uber unaanza tu hii serikali. Hiyo ndo prompt ya conversation. Instant Nokia sahi connecting people ni.
Hata kama mlikosea niko hapa nyuma ukiingia mwambie na hii serikali.
Hata dereva na ameona analipwa 20 bob. Umwambie tu hii serikali anasympathize waenda tu.
Interesting.
So, the last one.
Yeah.
You can master one totally useless skill instantly. What is it?
Instantly?
And it's a useless skill.
It's a useless one. Haitakusaidia sana. But you really want it.
Oh my gosh. What? That is so crazy. How is that a quick fire question? Quick fire should be that is not a quick fire question.
Analysis paralysis.
An instant skill. I'm a multi-hyphenate, so I don't know. Now I'll overthink it because I like mastering every single thing that I know.
What is a multi-hyphenate?
Hyphenate is like you're gifted in many things, especially as a creative. So you can do, most digital marketers are Michael. So he can do ads, he can do creatives, he can design, he can do nini. That's a multi-hyphenate.
As we wind down.
Actually, don't even know. I don't have a personal answer to that.
I think it should be, me yangu. Can I just say mine? Nipike tu smoky. Vile zinaonjanga kwa street. Unajua smoky
by the way,
there's no way zinaonjanga vile zinaonja. Huwezi kula mbili kwa nyumba yako.
Unapika alafu unarudi.
Anyway, as we wind down, if you are looking for a place to have good laughs, as we have had today, enjoy a good time and meet incredible people, then Workstyle Africa is your place to be. You'll meet like-minded people like us. You will be challenged and we learn more. So today we are at the address. They have one at the on Limuru Road, another one at the coming soon.
Mandrick.
The Mandrick kama ni Mandrick.
Mandrick ni pale hivyo west pale juu.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Opposite wine and bottle.
Tulikuwa taksema hivyo lakini now you've said
it. Tabanza tulikuwa tunaendelea vizuri.
Opposite wine and bottle.
Pakla, westi.
I know it because niliona msi akiweka hizo letters. So that really like stuck with me. I was like, how does somebody, and the letters are bigger than him, so ulikuwa unaona kama mtu kadogo hapo. I was like, what is happening pale? Sijaiza how inaitwa Mandrick.
That's a vivid description.
It was very wild to me.
Anyway, thank you so much, Nyandia, for gracing.
Thank you for having me.
And I know this conversation cannot end in one sitting, so
yes.
And
we look forward.
She will come back.
I want to pilot.
We can do like a master class.
Yes, please.
Yes.
That would be brilliant.
So thank you for joining us.
Sansi sana.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
I know it's been a long time coming.
It has.
Times 2.
You should give that story. You should tell them.
When we are doing our documentary.
What's up happened.
How not to fuck up sound in an episode. Alafu tuweke episode yetu, alafu tuweke sign language. Yani mabubu tu ana.
Alafu andike multi-hermaphrodite.
Thank you, yes. And looking forward to seeing you again next time. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, it's been real.
Yeah.
Good.
Bye.
Thank you.
Adios.